I think it's safe to say it was either Nintendo won E3 or it was a tie between Square Enix and Nintendo because they were both phenomenal. So, Nintendo had like a 43-minute Nintendo Direct and mwah, so good. So, it started with Smash Ultimate and the Dragon Quest XI main character came out, and also like all the other heroes from the other Dragon Quest games. Really, really cool stuff. And that's coming out summer 2019. Then they showed off Dragon Quest XI, the expanded version. That's coming out the 27th of September. I just bit my tongue. Ow! Humans, why do we do that? Why do we bite our tongues and our mouths? Damn it. Then they had an amazing section where Doug Bowser was gonna be showing up to present, and Bowser came up instead, and they just had a talk, and it was just like, no, Bowser, you gotta go. It's not you. It was fair play. It was really funny. It was very good. Then they showed off Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3 looks insane. There's so much more you can do with the poltergeist, and it's set in a haunted hotel this time, with loads of varying trials on each floor. There's also an online mode of sorts, which is you're like in a room and you can play online with friends and take out ghosts in a time limit. It looks really cool. I think it was in Luigi's Mansion 2, but I might be wrong. But yeah, either way, really, really good stuff. Really cool. Loved that. Didn't have a specific release date, just 2019. They'll probably have a new direct at some point before the year's ends, and maybe at Gamescom they'll do something, so I imagine we'll get it there. Then Jim Henson's The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance Tactics. So Jim Henson, The Dark Crystal is a Netflix series, and Jim Henson's of his puppets. Yeah, that's a tactics strategy game coming out 2019. Pretty cool. Zelda, Link's Awakening. Looks incredible as always, and that comes out September 20th, so it's pretty soon. There's loads of stuff coming out for the rest of the year, and there's loads of stuff to get that was announced for September, actually, in this conference in particular, so that's cool. Trials of Mana is getting a remake, and I have not played the Mana series, but from what I understand, Trials of Mana never came to the West, but the Trials of Mana remake is coming out early 2020, but also the Mana Trilogy is on Switch today. So that's really cool. So if it's true and I'm not mistaken, but Trials of Mana has never come to the West, this is how you get it, which is really, really awesome. Then The Witcher 3 is on Switch. That is amazing. The Witcher 3 wherever you want. That's awesome. So yeah, that's coming out 2019, no specific date, but really cool. Fire Emblem Three Houses comes out July 26th. I didn't realise it was so soon. That's really cool. I've never really tried the Fire Emblem series. I don't think it's my kind of game, but it looks the story looks really cool. So I'm up for that. They didn't actually show any gameplay. It was just story stuff for this trailer. But no, it looks cool. Then they had a live action segment with these two people who go to a haunted house to play Resident Evil 1. Because Resident Evil 0, 1 and 4 are on Switch. I don't know how many of those were on Switch beforehand and came out today. But 5 and 6, Resident Evil 5 and 6, the not great ones, are coming to Switch on the fall of this year. So that's pretty cool. Then, one of the biggest surprises, No More Heroes 3. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. That is good. It's a series I've not played, but I've seen my friend play, and it is awesome to watch, and I'm sure amazing to play. And he raves about it all the time, and rightfully so. It's super cool. So I was really surprised that that's actually a thing, but hell yeah, it's a thing. So that's great. We will see that next year. Contra Rogue Corps comes out September 24th, so again, quite soon. And then there's a Contra compilation of like all the Contra games out today, which again, really cool. Like there's just loads of really awesome stuff being thrown at us. Then they showed off Daemon X Machina, which comes out September 13th. I don't know if it had a release date before, but it does now. So yeah, that's really cool. I haven't played the demo yet, but it looks insane. It kind of reminds me of like the flight suit from Nier Automata, but more of it and there's a lot going on screen, so it's gonna be something for sure. Then Panzer Dragoon. What? Who saw that coming? That was a big surprise. That's coming out winter this year. I don't know if it's a remake of an earlier one or if it's brand new, but Panzer Dragoon. So there you go. Then Pokemon Sword and Shield. I said Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. Nothing new really. Just that water gyms are playable with E3, and it was just a reminder, basically. Then Astral Chain, the new Platinum Games game, comes out 30th of August, and it looks insane. The combat really does look like a blend of Bayonetta and Nier Automata. So if you like those games, yep, you will love it. I mean, it's Astral Chain. It's Platinum Games. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Unfortunately, there wasn't Bayonetta 3 there, but I'm sure that'll be soon. Metroid Prime 4 also wasn't there, but if you hadn't heard, Nintendo announced earlier in the year, and it's very awesome of them to do this, that the development team that were working on it just wasn't doing, either they weren't able to do what they needed to, or they just didn't have the right vision. I don't know what happened, but they've passed it on to Retro Studios instead, and a completely new development starting from scratch for the game. So there's no way we would have ever seen Metroid Prime 4 this year. We might see Metroid Prime 4 next year, I expect, with a 2021 or 2022 release date, but yeah, it won't be yet. So if you're expecting Metroid Prime 4, I'm sorry, that's not happening. But I didn't think it would be anyway. Empire of Sin looks like a sort of western, not western, like a 1930s nightclub shooting brawl thing. It looked cool. The music was really good, actually. It was very 1930s jazz bar kind of thing. So yeah, it was nice. That's spring 2020. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, July 19th. I don't know if that had a date before, but it sure as hell does now. What? That's so soon! Like, that's ridiculous! But I'm very much up for it. Then Cadence of Hyrule comes out in 2 days, June 13th. It's Crypt the NecroDancer is a rhythm game, so you move left, right, up, down, attack to the rhythm of the beat of the song. And this is the same thing, but with Zelda music, and that's awesome. So, yeah, that's cool. Comes out in 2 days. Mario and Sonic at the Tokyo Olympic Games comes out November, which I thought was quite surprising. It's really early. But there was also, like, half a second shot of the 100-meter race in, like, Sonic's 16-bit, Sonic the Hedgehog 1, original Sega 16-bit graphics. I was like, can you do the entire game like that? Because hell yes, if that's the case. I'm all for that. I hope it's not just one event, because all of it, please. Hell yeah, that'd be amazing. Then they had a... oh, wait, no. Then Animal Crossing New Horizons. It was originally going to come out this year. It's now been delayed to March 20th for next year. But it looks amazing. You are... Basically, you land on a desert island, and you have to survive and craft and thrive and build a community, and it looks so cool. It's so much more than all of the other Animal Crossing games that have ever been. And I'm like, with the Animal Crossing games, I've always had a problem where I love them. I think they're fantastic games, but I get bored of returning every day. I just can't bring myself to do it. It's very few games I can do that to. It's not a negative for the game. It's just personally I can't keep going back. I really don't know why, because I want to at times. But this looks more like what I've been missing, you know, like there's more to do, there's a lot more depth to it, which is great. I'm all for that, so I'm actually really, really looking forward to it. Then they had an indie selection, where they had Spyro Reignited Trilogy coming to Switch September 3rd, alongside many others. Hollow Knight Silk Song was there in that collection, but there was no new footage to my knowledge, and it didn't have a date. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, it's fine. There was also Ni no Kuni Remastered, if you hadn't heard about that. I think it comes out, I want to say September 20th, but I might be wrong. But yeah, that's a remaster, just a graphical upgrade, I think, but ported to newer consoles, which is really cool. And then Banjo and Kazooie in Smash! Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Full 2019. It looks awesome. It really does. Banjo Kazooie is happening, or at least in Smash. It's not a new game, but they are back, which is fantastic. It's really cool. It's gonna make everyone super happy. And then they closed it off with a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel is in development, and it looks a lot darker than Breath of the Wild, but it looks really cool. It will be interesting to see more of it. Are they going to stick with the Breath of the Wild gameplay? Are they going to change it up a little bit and make it more like past Zelda games where you just have your sword and you keep it and it doesn't break or whatever? Like, it'll be interesting to see what they do with that. But yeah, overall, 10 out of 10. Like, just a flawless, just a flawless presentation of game after game after game after game with just all great stuff. There's something for everyone, and there's classics returning that we never expected. There's brand new surprises. There's Banjo and Kazooie. Just absolutely fantastic. But this is the last E3 review of this year. Thank you so much for watching this one and all the others if you have been following it. I've really enjoyed making it, even though, you know, I stayed up till 3 AM, and I've been really tired. I have had like 4 hours sleep the past couple of days, but I have really enjoyed making these reviews. So this is definitely going to become a thing I do, regularly. And I hope you've enjoyed it as well. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the Direct, let me know what you thought of the review series, and yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.